Okay, so in this video we will talk about KOReader and how to avoid that KOReader feels overwhelming. So let's begin by turning to my table cam. Here we have my table cam, and here we have a Kobo Libra running KOReader, as you can see down here. So when you first start KOReader after installing it, it can feel very ugly like this. Maybe you have it look like this when you have installed KOReader for the first time, and that is not as a Kindle or the Kobo UI, the original Kobo UI, but it doesn't have to be like that. When you first install KOReader, it could be as simple as you just create a folder that you will have all your books in. So for example, here I have a books folder. I have created that folder by clicking on this plus sign and then new folder and create that folder like this. You can type any name of the folder you want because this is an advanced file manager. KOReader is actually an advanced file manager. So here you can create the new folder, but I have already done that, and after creating a folder that you want to use for all your books, then add your EPUB files into that folder. You should not have folders in that folders. You should have single EPUB files in that folder because that is the best for a beginner of KOReader. So create a folder and put your EPUB files into that folder or your PDF files. After that, you just long press on that folder like this, and then you choose to have that as a home folder. Set as home folder and set as home. Now every time you start KOReader or have KOReader, the home button there, then it jumps to that folder with all your books. It could be as simple as this. So you will never ever see this annoying file manager again if you do that, because every time you start KOReader you will get to the home folder instead. And in the home folder you have all your books. As you can see, I have 10 pages of books here. I can turn pages to see all those books. So this is a nice looking UI to me. So for example, here I have a duplicate of a book, so I can long press on that. And as I said, this is an advanced file manager. You can do a lot of stuff. Here I can delete it and choose delete. So now I have deleted that duplicate of a book I had. So this is your home now with all your books. So you can add all your books to that folder called books that I have created, as you saw here, the books folder. In that folder you can add by cable, by connecting your Kobo to your computer. You can add EPUB files to that books folder and use that folder for all your books and have that as your home page. That doesn't need to be overwhelming. It's so simple as that. As you see, I have started reading these. You can see that 57% and so on. So this is so nice to have this looking UI. I think this is a very simple and effective looking UI. You can customize this by clicking up here, and as you see here, display mode, for example, you can go into this and see mosaic with text covers, mosaic with cover images, detail list with cover image and metadata, for example. You can use this mode everywhere. So if I just use the mosaic with cover images, it will look like this instead. Some people prefer that. As I see now, it looks even more like the Kobo UI, as you see here. Some people prefer this. I don't, because I want to see a bit information about the books. So you can either choose that, you can choose this, so you don't have any covers, you have just the text for the book. You can also, that I had detail list with cover images and metadata. This is the mode I use. And by clicking on that, you see it exactly as I have it, because I want to have these information, but you choose what you want. As I said, you can customize it by this, as you see. You can also choose detail list with cover images and file names. So if you choose that, you will have the file names, as you see here. But I prefer having it as I have it before, detail list with cover images, like so. You can also choose to have other settings here. You can choose to have hidden files show up. You can classic mode. You can do a lot of different things here. Info list items per page 10, for example, and so on. You can do a lot of customizations there, but it doesn't need to do that. You only need to do what I have here. Set your home folder and be done with it. It's so simple. So when you see this, long press on your new folder with all your books in and set it as home. So every time you start KOReader, you will see this as your home. That's so nice looking. So that is the library of books. Now, if you want to have the book reading feature look as good as possible for you too, some people think that this status bar is overwhelming. I have chosen to have all this information because I want to have as much information as possible when reading. But you don't need to have that. And you can have it, all the information you want, if you prefer to have it. But if you prefer when reading for a longer period of time, you can just click on that and it shows and it disappears. So now you can read without having that disturbing information at the bottom if you think that is disturbing. So if you think that is overwhelming, you just click down here to show or hide it. So you can hide the status bar by just one tap on it. So easy, as you see. But if you want to have the status bar always visible, then you can go up here and customize your status bar. I have a video on how to customize it in detail, but I will show you how you can just have the information you want. So if you have the status bar here, maybe you want to have the progress bar visible, but you don't want to have it as a large progress bar if I have. So you can choose to have the progress bar thin instead, like so. So now you see the progress bar is very, very thin at the bottom instead of thick. And you can also choose what information you want to have in the status bar. You can choose status bar items, for example. So click on that. Here I have everything I want to choose, but if you don't want to have more than, let's say we remove the battery percentage, we remove brightness level, we remove warmth level, we remove pages left in book, maybe, I don't know. Pages left in chapter, you maybe don't want to have. You want to have progress percentage and time left of to finish book. Maybe you don't want to see. You don't want to see how much left of the chapter. You only want to have percent, as you see down here now, if you prefer. But maybe you want to see the clock too. You can do that by clicking current time, like so. You see that there. You can also maybe want to see how many pages left in the book. You can also do that. So you see percentage, you see how many pages left of the book, and you see the time. Maybe that is enough for you. You can decide which you want to see here. And you can also configure the items a bit more, so you can see how big it should be and so on. You can make it smaller for example. You can have separator instead of dot. You can have a bullet or a vertical bar, or what's no separator. So for example, you can have a vertical bar like so, if you prefer. You can also have hide inactive items, but you don't have so for example, a battery percentage, you can set that it should show the battery percentage when it goes below 20%, for example. You can have that, so you show the battery percentage when it's below that, for example. You can also arrange the items, so you can drag and drop which order you want them to have. That's very easy to do. You just select it and move it with these buttons, as you see here. So when you are done, you click done, and you have moved them exactly as you want. That's also easy. You can have a status bar item that make a separator between some options. Dynamic filter, as you see here. You can set dynamic filter, so you will have it at the left, for example, or you can move the dynamic filter so you will have it at the right, for example, if you prefer. You can also set it between two of these. So maybe you want to have the dynamic filter between the clock and the rest. So then we just go to configure items, arrange items, and then you should find the dynamic filter here, choose it, and then move it up above the time, like so, and click done, and done again. So now you see you have the clock here and the information here, and that looks pretty nifty, as you see here. So now you have a progress bar. You also see how much percent of the book you have read. You can also see that you have 626 pages left of the book in total, and that is the visual page. So the larger the font, the more pages it will be. And you have the current time here. So that is pretty nifty. So here is how you can have it set up. It's not overwhelming with this information, I think. Yes, maybe I should do this a bit smaller because it's quite large now, but you can do that in the settings. You can do exactly as you want here. And some people doesn't know that you can format the text by just clicking above the status bar. Here you can do margins, you can line spacing and a lot. You can choose font size. You can do how bold the font should be, the contrast setting, and so on. You can have a status bar, alt status bar at the top by clicking here. Then you see what the book is called. You can see a few information there, but I want to have it turned off. And one thing that people doesn't know with KOReader is that you can set it as default by long pressing on every setting like this. Set it as default. That means that the settings you do here, everything you see here, will be default for all the books. Some users I've seen comments about that every book you are open, you need to set all the settings again, and then they are tired of KOReader and doesn't use KOReader anymore. But as I said, you can do everything and set it as default. So if I click here, I can see the left and right margins, for example. I can set it as default here, then it will be on all the books the same settings. And the same if you go up to the font settings here, we can go into the font settings by choosing different fonts. You can download fonts and install them in the fonts folder in your KOReader installation. So here I can choose different fonts. As you see, I can choose Atkinson Hyperlegible, for example, one of my favorite fonts. They have come with a new Atkinson Hyperlegible Next font. I haven't downloaded it on this KOReader Kobo device yet, but I will. So if I want to have this font as default now, I just long press. As you see here, the Bookerly font has a star, it's the default. But if I long press on Atkinson instead and set it as default, it will now be the default font for all the books I'm opening. So now I have the Atkinson Hyperlegible font instead, and now I can go into the font size. For example, if I have a bad visuals, my eyes is not so good anymore, I can set it really large. I can set it as 42 here, for example, if I prefer, like this. And I can set that as default for all the books by doing so. So now I will have that font, and maybe I think this is too bold, so I can go into the font weight and lower that to 25 and click apply, and then set that as default. So now the book will look like this for all the books I'm opening with these settings. I think this is a really nice way doing so that KOReader is not overwhelming. You don't need to do so much to have it look nice. You can do your home folder, you can do all the settings here, you can turn pages, everything looks exactly as you want. As you see, looks really nice. You can read a lot of text, and you have not so much information at the bottom if you prefer, and everything else. So I think this could be a really nice feature and a really nice tutorial for you to see what you can do and so on. So now if I want to go back to my library, you just click up the top here and choose these buttons to go back to your library. And that means that it goes back to your home folder that you have set up, as I show you in the beginning of the video. So now you see all your books. So now I have done all the settings I need to have KOReader as user-friendly as possible. I think this is a great and nice UI for all the reading you can do. You can do so much with KOReader actually, but I think KOReader is much better to be used with only one single reader. Yes, you can sync your reading progress with other devices that runs KOReader, but that means that you can only sync the reading progress in an easy way. You can sync your highlights, your notes, or whatsoever. You can do that with some other hacks and so on, sync thing for example. But if you want to just use the built-in feature of KOReader, then you can only sync your reading progress between different devices. So I actually recommend using KOReader on a single device and use that device for all your reading and nothing else. That is my recommendation for using KOReader. Okay, bye.